Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.
What are they doing here now? The answer is whatever the hell we want. We figured there was a lot going on yesterday. There's going to be a lot going on today. So we are bringing you a bonus Dan Bernstein Unfiltered here on 312 Sports. I'm Dan Bernstein, and that is Matt Abatacola, author of a win yesterday for Libertyville Wildcats. Congratulations on that to start everything off.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun day, but buddy, I got some stories for you about some insects. I have insect stories in my life.
Oh, not
yesterday.
incest. Okay, insects.
Not incest.
Okay,
insects. Buddy, so I texted you yesterday that I had my first bee sting in my entire life.
Yeah.
Okay. What I didn't tell you though was the good part of the story. So Libertyville High School had their homecoming dance last night. Homecoming game Friday night. They beat Mundelein 17-7. On Saturday morning, there's always a homecoming parade, and the youth football program gets invited to walk in the parade and be a part of it. So cool. I've done it the previous 3 years as a head coach. I walk with the kids. So yesterday I'm walking, and the kids get to toss out candy because a big majority of the community comes out to line the streets and watch the parade. And so I have a sucker that one of the kids was handing out, and I'm eating the sucker, talking to one of the other coaches as we're walking down the streets. And the suckers is down at my hand, and I'm just walking.
You didn't get a bee in your mouth, did you?
Bee lands on the sucker. I didn't know. Put it in my mouth. The thing stung my tongue.
Okay, first of all, was it a bee or was it? It's probably a yellow jacket.
I have no idea what it was.
Okay, it's very unlikely that it was a bee.
Something that stung me on my tongue. My first ever in my life, pal.
That's
and
brutal.
It's on my tongue.
That's brutal.
It was awful.
The good news is
yesterday.
The only good thing about getting stung there is mouth stuff heals faster. Lips and tongue and gums, it tends to heal because of the blood flow.
Yeah.
So you're going to go through the healing cycle quicker there than if it was like on your finger or toe.
Oh, I feel completely normal today. My tongue feels normal. Everything's fine. Yesterday, though, not so much. I mean, we took a visit to the immediate care as well because I was not feeling well.
You don't know if you're allergic, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I go, I start with the Benadryl, which about made me want to fall asleep. And then I'm like, am I sleepy because something bad is happening, or am I sleepy because of the Benadryl? So we go to the doctor, and I get a steroid prescription and a prescription for an EpiPen. Because the doctor's like, hey, in case, this reaction continues, like 72-hour window is what we're looking at for your first time. I feel completely fine today.
Good.
But first sting ever in my life, it's on my tongue.
But it's possible, because we're in a 72-hour window, nobody should miss a minute of either DBU or a forward progress, because you could swell up like a pincushion at any point.
Right on camera. Absolutely.
Yes.
So we had the game yesterday afternoon, so this is after the bee sting. I told the guy who runs our program and the trainer, I'm like, hey, here's what happened to me today. If I just collapse on the sidelines, here's the reason why. So you guys know what to deal with.
If you were a real coach, and first of all, by the way, pull your camera down a little bit so we're evened out a little bit. There, that's so much better.
Oh yeah, I had my stuff I moved around. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
So I think a real coach would have said, "Kids, I don't know if I'm going to make it. This could be it for me." If you ever had needed to have the game of your life for everything I've done for you, I don't know if I'm going to survive, but this you've got to do it for me. Do it for my memory, because I don't think I'm going to last.
It's funny you say that. Natalie's told me a story, and I don't even remember where it was up here in this part of the state, but a coach did like a self-inflicted gun wound prior to a game to inspire the kids. If I have that story correct, I'll have to double check with her and ask her. But yeah, I think that sounds right about.
Wait, fake or real?
Like a real, like self-inflicted kind of real gunshot wound
in the head,
right in the mouth. Kids, I might not make it. All right, so listen to this now. So we're sitting here. We've had and we've been in this house over 3 years and have never dealt with any stink bugs.
Oh, they're fun.
So right now we're kind of being overrun with stink bugs for some reason. Obviously, time of the year, end of summer, beginning of fall. I guess they come inside to seek shelter.
Yep.
So yesterday we're sitting on the couch and there's like 4 of them climbing up the chimney. I noticed them like on the chimney, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's no windows, there's no doors that are an issue. So I'm like, all right, I know the flue's closed, but they're getting in through the chimney somehow. So I take care of the 4 that I see. We see two more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to light this puppy up.
Oh, no.
So I turn the fireplace on. And the second I turn it on and the flames shoot up, about 24 fell from it's inside the chimney onto the chimney floor.
Well, it worked.
And then it's just like snap, crackle, pop.
All right.
And then there's a little bit of a smell. And then there's more. And then there's more. And then there's more.
Leave it on for a while. Yeah.
Oh, no. We left it on for a little bit yesterday. So.
Okay. As long as there's not like possums or birds in there.
Raccoons and stuff. Yeah. No, but that was my day yesterday with insects.
Awesome. Well, you know what I did yesterday is I got up and it started watching Illinois and USC, and I was kind of puttering around and like, you know what? So Beth was working all day, and I texted her and I said, hey, I have to go see one battle after another.
Okay.
Would you be mad if I saw it without you? She said, no. I had the theater almost entirely to myself. I had my favorite seat in the very back row, right in the middle. There were maybe 7 other people in the theater for a 12:15 matinee.
Okay.
And I'm going to withhold my review for tomorrow.
When? Okay, for tomorrow. Because we saw it last night at 7:15.
So, and then I get, later in the night, I get a call from my dad. He's like, hey, your mom and I just saw one battle after another. We're leaving the theater right now. There's so much stuff I got to talk about. This movie is so. I'm just. It was.
All right, we'll save it for tomorrow because
it was basically my entire day.
I tried to view it through a Dan Bernstein lens as well too. Not
you
the
don't
way
have
I normally
to.
take in a movie, but there was things I was trying to just pick up on things I normally wouldn't focus on in the movie. Well, so yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. So I thought it'd be great to get together and just hang out this morning. We have a bunch of people already online with us. Some not so well wishers and some well wishers about my incident with the bees.
Why are you making me turn you on in the morning? I hate you. I hate doing this on purpose. It's the funniest thing.
And here it is.
You guys are awful. I went out of my way to sit in front of a computer and watch you because you suck.
That's fine. And thanks for being here. We do appreciate that. It's the
like
final day.
I get it a little bit in radio.
Yeah.
A little bit in radio, I understand. It's like
because there's no
flip
choice.
it on,
yeah.
And it's there and it's on. But for podcasting, you have to make the decision to tune it in. That's on you, bro.
That's correct.
If you hate it, that's a you problem.
So I thought it'd be fun just to get together quick here and have a little Sunday morning live session with the final day of Major League Baseball taking place today. All the games starting today between 1:05 and 1:20 Central Time, so everyone plays all together. Know how things are gonna really break down, especially in the American League. A lot more to figure out there. National League still has one team to figure out who's going to make that final spot in the wild card. There's an NFL game going on right now. The Steelers are taking it to Minnesota. It's 14-3 late in the second quarter. There was a touchdown called back on a fumble return for the Steelers. So Minnesota does not look good at all. And the Steelers defense, fumble recovery and interception. DK Metcalf had the longest touchdown run in NFL Europe history. He's just a beast. So lots of good stuff there to watch for Vikings and Steelers.
Are they actually doing something called NFL in Europe history?
Well, that's what. So when I can't remember who's doing it with Greg Olsen, the play-by-play this morning on NFL Network, but he said that the DK Metcalf touchdown reception was the longest in NFL Europe history.
Okay, but nope, they got to stop.
I didn't say that. I didn't look it up. That's what he said.
Our brains are fried enough that the last thing we need is to keep track of records of games played there rather than here. Either they count as regular NFL games and they're regular NFL games. That's
okay. Because I started a website about NFL stats. About your NFL Europe stats, and I have your name on it, so I'll go back.
Great.
I'll change that. Sorry about. I just thought you for sure you'd want to get in on it.
Thanks so much.
Have a spot you to write a blog.
Watching the college football was fun yesterday. I think I'm done with Garrett Nussmeier for a while as a Heisman candidate. I don't get it. I know that the LSU quarterback for a while was looked at. Well, it's Doug Nussmeier's son, and boy, if you're Doug Nussmeier's son, you better be good. I don't see it, but I'm not quite sure. I'll tell you the other guy, that Trinidad Chambliss, that when he started against Tulane, and I knew he was the backup, and I thought, well, if this guy's the backup, how good is their starter? This guy's better, and this guy is their new starter. So remember that name. Remember the name Trinidad Chambliss for a while, because you're going to be hearing it. Your guy Diego Pavia is rising like a rocket up the odds
as he should,
because of yet another spectacular performance. How tall is he really, by the way? Because he's listed at 6 feet.
I would say maybe at most, if he's lucky, 5'10".
That's what I thought.
At most, and that might be a stretch too. So he could be 5'8" or 5'9".
Also, I watched last night's Penn State game, and they kept to the whiteout, and I don't like the fact that Oregon chose those uniforms, because you had all of these neutral colors out there when I'm so used to making it easy to know when I glance at the TV when I'm up
Oregon,
and cooking and looking back that it's Oregon. But I'll tell you something, that young man is a pro prospect.
Oh, for sure. Sure. And you know what? If you beat Penn State at Penn State, I don't care if you're out there naked. I don't care what uniform you wear. Just go out and beat Penn State anytime. That always makes me happy.
Oh, it was, and I thought it was over. I was with Dan Lanning because I thought that thing was well over when they went up 14 late. But then things get weird in college football, as they always do. And just watching, Dante Moore is a freshman. And he's got some moves, man. He's got some, change the throwing platform a little bit. He's got a great frame to him. So keep an eye on what that young man is doing. Are you allowed to enter the draft after freshman year? You're not, right?
You're not.
Okay.
It's a minimum 2, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know if they changed that.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they did. I mean, rules are changing in college football all the time. So,
but yeah, there's nothing.
I think
there's nothing like 100,000 Penn State fans miserable.
Yeah, no, that's a great day.
Yeah,
that's a really good day. And then I loved. I was hearing a lot of the commentary prior to yesterday's Ohio State at Washington game, and how Washington really was going to show, like, is Ohio State for real? That was a narrative I kept hearing, no matter where I was getting in information. Like, are they really for real? Are they really for real? Going to Washington is going to be really hard to play. It's a hard place to go and play. They kicked their ass. It wasn't even close. So that was interesting to hear about the number one team, ranked number one team, if they're for real.
That's just so patently ridiculous. And the other one is Alabama back?
Right.
Under Kalen DeBoer. Are they back?
Yeah, because they had a nice win yesterday at Georgia. Obviously, a 24-21 win over number 5 Georgia. Yeah, my guy though, Diego Pavia, 26 of 34 yesterday. Dan, 321 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and that I put on the receiver. That's not on him. He also had 9 carries, 79 yards for a touchdown in Vanderbilt's 55-35 win over Utah State. Still too many points on defense, but it's fine. I mean, they're putting up so many. That's 125 points in the last 2 weekends for Vanderbilt.
125 points in 2. Okay. And then their conference schedule is going to tell the tale.
Yeah, I mean, they're SEC team. They'll start playing those. They already took down the South Carolina Gamecocks. Although we saw on ESPN's website it was South Carolina.
Yes,
not Carolina. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that schedule is going to change. And then, you started watching Illinois. They got the win yesterday. What else happened?
I started watching Illinois until I could feel, I could somehow feel the projection of that movie, like, in the air. Like I felt like I was missing out, like it was live somewhere. And based on some recommendations that I got from people I trust, who said, see this movie as soon as you can, see it as soon as you can, see it as soon as you can. Like, I don't know. The trailers make it look bad. It doesn't look like Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know. But it's like, fine. I'm just gonna go, and I will tell you all about my experience.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it, because I have lots of thoughts on it as well too. And just to answer this question to our commenters, that there will be a post game today after Bears Raiders. We'll do a Forward Progress post game.
Right,
show.
Not this show.
Right, Forward Progress.
Correct. Forward Progress, the all Bears show that we do, and there were a lot of people responding to various Raiders that we had when we did our top 10 Raiders of all time. And so I was on the phone with my son and a couple of his friends, one of his roommates is a huge Raiders fan. And I said, on our show, we did the top 10 Raiders of all time. It's like, yeah, who's on your list? Like, I guarantee you forgot some because I know all about the Raiders. I said, okay, well, just, I texted the link to the show and I hear,
Okay.
I said, I just want you can object to anything. He didn't know what he was getting into.
No.
So like, okay, Mr. Raider, Mr. Biggest Raiders fan of all time, you listen to our top 10 and honorable mentions. You tell us if we missed anybody.
Well, if he's Jason's buddy, he's probably 20, 21, 22. He probably thinks we're complete idiots. And I would say he bailed after 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, yes, I would hope so. I don't know if he did or not. He probably didn't. Well, you know how you send something to a 20-year-old and they say, please watch this. And they say, okay. And then a week later, did you watch that? No. That's my experience.
That's cute that you even ask. That's
right.
Cute. That's cute. Yeah.
Do you remember that video I sent you? No. Well, go scroll. Oh yeah.
Did you watch it? Send it and then assume he's never going to watch it.
Did you watch it?
Don't even bother asking yourself.
Right. If I do get something back, if I do get a note back that he actually watched it, it's generally a surprise. But we did have the Cubs go out of their way to put an exclamation point on their season. It's so funny that the Cubs ended up exactly where they were predicted. Right around, where they 91 wins, 92 wins. This is exactly from day one, whether it was Zips or Joe Sheehan or any of the algorithms said, okay, this looks like about a 90-win team that should make the playoffs. And through all of the silliness and all the roller coaster, it's yet another reason, don't ride the roller coaster. Look at larger trends and roll with it, and you'll get where you should be. And they did. I do think it was an outstanding job of managing within all that by Craig Counsell, never really knowing what his circle of trust in the bullpen was going to be from even today, which is pretty amazing.
And especially, after losing your 1 and 2 starters, you're one for the year, and Shota goes and misses a couple months, but he's come back, had a rough outing, his last outing, but lots of fun stuff in Major League Baseball today. The Blue Jays, Dan, can clinch the AL East and the AL's number 1 seed with a win or a loss by the Yankees. So that's up for grabs. The Yankees can clinch the AL East and the AL's number 1 seed with a win and a loss by the Blue Jays. Guardians can clinch the AL Central with a win or a loss by the Tigers. The Tigers can clinch the AL Central with a win and a loss by the Guardians. And the Reds and Mets are fighting for their playoff lives. And the Reds can clinch with a win or a Mets loss. The Mets need a win and the Reds to lose. So the Mets are the furthest team out.
Correct, because they lose the tiebreaker. Now, the Astros limped out of this thing.
They're done.
I also found it hilarious. There were two things, depending on how baseball or how generally literate one may be. There were two things that the end of the Guardians game brought to mind when they clinch on a bases loaded hit by pitch.
Oh, that was worse. I saw that. A walk-off win with a hit by pitch.
Did that what? Okay, so what do you think of when that happens?
What do I think of?
There's the Simpsons episode.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? Wasn't it a hit by pitch that allowed Mr. Burns's the power plant softball team to win, if I remember correctly?
All right, one of our commenters will know.
And the other one, for those of us who have read the book The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach, very similarly, I believe it's Henry Scrimshander, who, when he makes his comeback, is similarly hit by a pitch to win the big game at the end. So those are the two things I thought.
That's what you thought of, yeah. That's good. And there really.
If you haven't read The Art of Fielding, what's wrong with you? You should read it. One of the. Really
I'm still working the art of the deal.
How's that going for you?
Oh my God, so good. I'm close to bankrupting my third business, so I'm doing really well. Is that the worst case scenario you could think of as a pitcher, like a bases loaded walk off hit by pitch?
No, bases loaded balk.
Oh, okay, balk.
At least the ball got out of your hand.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Bases loaded balk would be worse.
Bases loaded balk. Okay, all right, I'll give you that one. That's a good one.
But that's pretty. I'm happy that the Tigers found their way in one way or another. That it's not a complete collapse. It's still
they're in.
It's still a pretty hellacious collapse, but they're in, and the Cubs have themselves home field advantage. It hasn't really helped in the wild card series, though.
No.
Home field advantage has not mathematically yet, historically, and maybe it'll even out over time. It hasn't shown to really matter.
No, it hasn't. And what's locked in right now is the Brewers at the number 1 seed. They have the home field throughout the playoffs, including the World Series if they make it. Now listen to this, Dan. They earned the first playoff spot of all Major League Baseball teams this year for the second consecutive season. So they were the first team in this year. They were the first team in last year, while winning the NL Central for their third straight season as well. So they host the winner of the Cubs-Padres series. The Phillies are the 2 seed with the home field in the NLDS. They'll host the winner of the Dodgers and either the Reds or the Mets wildcard series. And in the American League, all in Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, Guardians, Tigers, and Mariners. So congrats to the Cubs North for winning their third consecutive NL Central title. First team to make it in, so big congratulations to them, and enjoy your first round exit too. Well, second round exit, but first series exit. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be the Cubs, because the Cubs get to go there after they dismantle the Padres.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna feel like a World Series before the World Series locally, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. And then what you have now too came through in the American League for me. Red Sox at Yankees wild card. And then you're going to have Detroit at Cleveland or Cleveland at Detroit. So that AL Central matchup will happen in the wild card, and then Boston goes to New York for that wild card round as well.
There's actually 2 other college football notes that I wanted to add. On Friday night, did you happen to watch the Virginia-Florida State fourth quarter and end of game?
I did not watch the fourth quarter. Saw highlights of
it
game.
was the entire thing, I thought, outstanding television. I thought that everybody involved on ESPN did a really, really good job with that, especially in the chaos of the post game. The fans stormed the field pretty violently, pretty intensely. There was no ill intent, but apparently there were a couple students that were stretchered off, that were injured in the melee, and I have a feeling that there's going to be some repercussions. But the meatball in me absolutely loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Just loved it. Just was watching, and they did an amazing job. They kept panning further back and further back and further back and widening the scope to show you everybody on the field. They could not find the post-game interviewer. She was so lost in there, the camera could not find her. She was unbelievable in getting an interview with the Virginia quarterback, who was it Chandler Morris? Is that his name? He like in all that chaos did one of the better post-game interviews I've heard in a long time, that wasn't just cliches, where he was really saying stuff, and then eventually the camera kind of found where she was and you could barely see the top of her head. And I don't know everybody who was on the crew, because you tune these games in and you see them, and I don't know that they identified everybody that was involved, but just a terrific piece of television. The other thing that I was laughing about was the Florida State kicker is Weinberg. So
Lieutenant Weinberg.
Yeah, you. So I kept laughing because there was the Sorkin writing in A Few Good Men when you've got Colonel Jessup up there, and just the anti-Semitism is just trickling out of the sides of his mouth. Who's gonna be on that? Well, you, Lieutenant Weinberg. Like there's Kevin Pollak there. Like you might as well have had like a beard and a tallis on at that point when they show him. What? I could be on the wall if you want. And so I thought the same thing. Who's gonna make the field goal? You, Weinberg.
That's great.
Yeah, it was you don't see a lot of Weinbergs wearing football helmets, so I just thought that was
just not during a football game.
not during a game.
Yes. All right. So
maybe
one
of our mitzvah.
One of our commenters said yes, it was Homer was hitting the head.
Yes.
The game.
That's
so there you go.
That's anyway, right. Remember they take the picture because I
don't remember.
He's knocked
I don't watch The
unconscious.
Simpsons.
Yeah, there's like a snapshot. He's knocked unconscious, and the team's standing behind him at the plate. He's out cold, lying on the plate.
Okay.
Lying in the front of the team photo.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Congratulations to
The other college note, the Oregon right tackle,
Okay.
number 71. Find his name. Who's that guy?
All right. Why is he good?
Monster. Like he was a brute squad. They lined him up all over the place. They lined him up at left on a key play. They put him at right, whoever that guy is. Find his, is it like Mackey or Oregon number 71?
All right. This says number 71 is George Silva.
Wrong.
Okay.
That's wrong.
All right. Oh, that's
Hi-oh
2020.
Silva.
So this is the 2024 roster. Did you mean the current roster?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was watching this game from last year, apparently. No.
Alex Harkey? Is that
Alex
sound right?
Harkey.
There you go. All right.
Is
so
he
he's a sophomore
where is he,
offensive lineman.
Where is he on the prospect lists? Because he looks huge. He looks like he's like 6'5" and 330. And there was one play where he took an edge rusher and literally with his left hand smacked him out of the play completely.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Then, so first the edge rusher, the guy was rushing out of like an 8 technique. And he comes at him and he sees him and with his cross hand knocks him 5 yards toward the sideline. And then he's like, all right, you're gone. And then he sees a guy in front of him. And if I were that guy standing in front of him, I would have turned and run in the opposite direction as quickly as possible. Because not only did he bury the next guy, and not only did he bury the next guy, he stood over him and yelled at him. And I'm watching him. Because that was. And it's a real team too. You know, you're not the Penn State defense is no joke. Like there's real guys there. I understand that happens all the time when you're playing your early non-conference schedule and stuff like but you're on the road in a critical moment and they kept running behind him. What did you say? Alex Harkey?
Alex Harkey. Yeah. So he came from Texas State.
He came from the pits of hell. That dude is a menace.
Yeah, so this he's 6'6". 6'6", wow.
Okay. 6'6", what? Like 340?
327. Yeah, this has him listed or says at 327.
Okay. All right, because that's I saw
so
a guy.
That's a guy
like,
we want. Is that a guy we're
I don't know. I just know that and then I started watching him after that play. I was watching him on every play. And I, obviously I haven't done film work on him, but I'd love to know what a Dane Brugler or a Dane
here's the
Jeremiah.
scouting report on him. His strengths are run blocking, instincts, and hand use. His weaknesses are pass protection and balance in space.
Balance in space.
Above average run blocker, average in pass protection. As a run blocker, he is above average, displays a quick first step, fires forward nicely to the second level, runs feet on contact, and creates vertical push. Has great hand placement and strike timing. Is a very good puller who can find color at the second level. Well, he shouldn't see color. Effective blocker on screens, can move and run.
Okay.
Will sometimes wind up on the ground on his own in space.
Wait, what?
Will sometimes wind up on the ground on his own in space.
What is he, a fainting goat?
He just creates space and then falls.
Wait, hold on. I've got space. Oh, it happened again. Okay, well, that's bad.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on him.
Just watch that guy. 71 on Oregon, Alex Harkey.
All right, so this is a projection is likely a mid-round, low day 2 or high day 3.
Okay, I will take the over on that one. I will take the however you define the higher in the draft than that, because a tackle that can do some of the stuff he's doing, my guess is he will rise from that scouting report.
Okay,
and from the ashes to greatness.
I want to tell you too that my hot streak ended yesterday, so I apologize.
Oh no!
This morning I did take the Bears, 1.5. The Bears were getting a 1.5 in this game.
Why are you feeling better about the Bears today?
I'm not. I just decided to take them because people think I hate the Bears. So 1.5 and take the over 48. So that was on MyBookie. I did that this morning.
The over on 48. Okay. All right. I do think the Bears should win this game when I really look at the quality or lack thereof in important aspects of the way the Raiders are going about their on-field business right now. I
agree. I agree
Raiders
with you.
secondary sucks. I think the offensive line sucks. And the wild card is the fact that Theo Bennett is going to be starting. And
that's a problem.
And Max Crosby lined up on him could you're talking about strip sack fumble and game-changing plays. Look at that comment.
So good.
He didn't say dramatically.
But
it didn't.
He added
that
it.
would, if a scouting report said tends to fall dramatically on the ground by himself, like how dramatically would that be? Oh, Elizabeth, it's the big one. Whoa! He does the wind up of the drop.
Yeah, but if you look at it though, yeah, there you go. If you look at it though, on paper the Bears should win this game, but they have to show up and play. So we'll see.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at falls dramatically on the ground.
That's
like,
fine.
do you remember my favorite one is Pete Postlewaite as Fergie in The Town at the very end when Ben Affleck's character shoots the security guard in the head, and he comes upstairs, and then Fergie ambushes him, goes prick, and actually the sad thing is Pete Postlewaite was actually dying when he made that movie.
From the gunshot wounds?
No, of cancer, but he was actually dying. So he certainly got the most. I don't know how many takes they had to do, but that is as scenery chewing a death as you're going to get. The way he kind of falls slowly, and then, tell him who clipped your nuts for you. After he goes over and shoots him in the dick at the end, you don't see that part, but they insinuate that.
Sure.
So yes, that would be falling dramatically. That was like a long-winded way of talking.
So
about
that's what your guy
falls.
Alex Harkey does. He falls dramatically to the ground.
I'm on the Alex Harkey train. He will be a minimum third-round pick.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on him.
I'm calling.
And then when we do our special draft day shows, we can see where Alex Harkey is going to land.
Yeah, we should get that started now. The special draft specials.
Oh, we're definitely going to start it. Once the Bears season's over, whatever part of the season that is, we're going to start our draft day shows.
Okay. Can we talk about, I know we may hit this tomorrow as well, but can we mention the absolute embarrassment on all levels that is the Ryder Cup?
Historically bad.
Not just the golf. What they're doing with this MC trying to rile up the fans, I mean, it is so cringe. They had this woman trying to organize the fans, excuse me, into these like European style chants.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody was paying attention or playing along. And then like the fans have been behaving horribly. Like, at least be clever. It's supposed to be raucous. But when this woman is leading a chant of fuck Rory McIlroy,
yeah,
like, that's not clever. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not in the spirit of healthy competition. And like the little dust up they had with Justin Rose and Fleetwood and DeChambeau all seemed silly. Yeah. Like you're getting clobbered and you're reacting because of the way somebody talked to a caddy. Well, this whole thing has been a massive embarrassment. So it was appropriate that the president was there.
Yeah, I'd say it seems very, very American for right now. So.
It was quintessentially American right now. Just over the top, just classless, jingoistic embarrassment. Yes, perfect for where we are right now. Gross.
One other thing on baseball too, Dan, because I wanted to just share real quick. I wanted to look at this morning. I looked at where Nico was at in all the races. The hits, Luis Ariz, he's got that one pretty much wrapped up. Trey Turner's a couple behind him. Trey Turner won the average, so he's at 305. Nico's at 297. He's not going.
So that's it. The batting, he won the batting title, or there's one more game.
Yeah, but he's not going to catch him. It's a 7-point difference.
Right. So if he went 4 for 4, you can do the math on
that. Home runs for National League. Kyle Schwarber is 2 up on Shohei. RBI, Kyle Schwarber's got that wrapped up. He's 6 ahead of Pete Alonso. American League, Bobby Witt, he's got that done at 183 because Bo Bichette hasn't played since September 6th. He's 2 behind Bobby Witt.
Wow.
Yeah. Average for the American League, Judge has got that wrapped up at 331. Bichette and Jacob Wilson at 3. So Bichette is second in hits, second in average, and hasn't played since September 6th.
Well, average is
average. That helps, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home runs, Cal Riley's got that done with 7 ahead of Judge, and then RBIs, Cal Riley has 125, Judge at 114, and a special shout out here on DBU Sunday Morning Live to Vinny Pasquantino, who has 113. One behind
Pasquatch.
So our guy Nico just not going to get there. Not going to get there in average or hits as he.
No, but there's a lot of good signs for.
Oh no, a lot of great signs.
A lot of good signs for who's hot on the Cubs. The fact that Bush is hitting the way his Hap is really starting to hit.
Yeah,
and obviously the rediscovery of the Seiya Suzuki power stroke
that works.
I can't tell you enough. Again, once we start these playoffs, the two things to remember. Excuse me, and I will obviously repeat this. The variance rules all. At this point, it's the bad teams can beat good teams. Good players can be bad. Bad players can be good. Mediocre players can be either over the course of a short series.
Yep.
Hit home runs. Ball go far. Team go far. Hit home runs.
Yeah, and I think we kind of buried the lead, too. We didn't mention the fact that Kate Horton is on the 15-day DL, will not pitch for the Cubs. So
I don't see him coming back at all. I that seems like a pipe dream. The guy's got a broken rib.
Yeah.
And you're going to risk the quality of that, a guy who can be an ace pitcher, to push him. They just got to be ridiculously careful. Maybe he'll pitch in the World Series, and that would be fantastic.
All right, so you start Matthew Boyd, game 1.
Do you have a choice?
No, you don't have a choice. Boyd's 1, and then who's 2?
It can't be Tyone yet. I'm trying to count the days here. They start Tuesday.
Yeah, they start Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So Wednesday, who would? So if you have
Monday,
Tuesday, Boyd's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh, Jesus.
You go Tyone in game 2?
That's short rest. That's 1 day short, right?
So who's it? Then is it Colin Ray?
It's not good, whoever it is.
This is not the way you want it lined up. No, not at all.
No, but that's this time of year.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You do whatever you can do to get in, and now you rest everybody. Obviously, today is all low leverage everything, and just let everybody have their fun. I'm a little pissed at Ali Marmol for walking Michael Bush yesterday.
Yeah.
Come on, you're out of the game. It's the last game of the year. You're not playing for anything.
Right. Do you play Tucker today, or Tucker sit, or does he get swings?
Up to him.
Okay.
Up to him. If he feels he needs it, maybe you let him get 2 plate appearances.
Okay.
It's not all or nothing. I think you ask him, look, do you want to just knock the rust off a little bit, get a couple out there, and then you can take your spikes off.
Yeah, I would hope that he gets at least 1 at bat and get some swings out there.
Just have a dialogue with him. He's old enough. He's got enough autonomy and agency to decide what is best for him. Consult the trainers.
Yeah, well, clearly,
maybe look, at least prepare to play, and get your whole body in the routine and see how you feel. And if everything feels okay, maybe play a little bit. But did you hear? Somebody actually emailed us and asked if Ali Marmol's comment constituted irony. Because Ali Marmol, when asked about why he didn't pitch to Bush, he said, I'm here to win, something to the effect of, I'm here to win baseball games. I'm not here for anybody's amusement. So I think his inability to understand where baseball fits in the larger picture of society, of course you're here for people. You're a baseball manager.
Right.
You're all trotting around in tight pants, hitting a ball with a stick entirely for our amusement. That's what you're here for. That's what you do. You are a pastime. You are amusement. So I do think that the lack of self-awareness is funny. I'm not sure it constitutes irony.
I don't think it's irony. It's just silly. Speaking of managers in uniforms, the Cubs Friday uniforms, their alternate jerseys here, I love. Absolutely love.
The light blue?
light blue with the white pants. I love. It looks great on Pete Crow. Love seeing it. It is one of the worst uniforms on a manager I've ever seen, though. It does not look good on a manager for some reason.
All uniforms bad on most managers?
Yes, this is one of the worst ones, though.
Although I've been thinking about this.
Okay.
Do you know what is in a lot of ways now something you don't see anymore? Like when you watch even stuff from the 80s into the 90s, certainly in the 70s, base coaches are in much better shape. Like all of the base coaches used to be fat.
Well, Dan, baseball players back then, when base coaches were fat, didn't look athletic.
I understand
they weren't.
that. But the idea, like you used to presume that most coaches were just, big, fat, farting drunks.
Yes.
And now they're even the old guys look more athletic. It's like what happened to referees. When you start looking, like every NFL referee is jacked. Every NBA referee, they all look like swimmers.
Yeah, that's what Sean Penn is morphed into. He's like old man jacked, looks like a referee.
In
his tight t-shirt.
It makes for a great exchange in the church.
Good.
It really uncomfortable, but like perfectly executed, awkward exchange.
He's got that jacked old man with all the veins popping all out.
Yeah, well, you know why?
Well, yeah,
because
why?
actors can inject whatever they want because it's not a competitive environment. If you actually
it is. They test before every shoot.
How old is Sean Penn? 62?
I think he's older than that, actually.
Seriously, because that is
he's more than 10 years older than me.
Okay, that is as HGHE and it's on purpose. Like, because that character, of course, would be out of his skull on all of that stuff, all the retail stuff.
He's 65.
He's 65.
Yeah.
And the guy's got, I mean, that's the best advertisement for steroids and human growth hormone you're ever going to see.
Oh yeah, I just ordered some online. So
and I was talking with Beth about this last night. He'll have to get nominated for supporting, even though he has almost as much screen time as Leo. That he won't get a best actor nod.
No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He's not. He's not the lead. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Oh,
it's not his story. Yeah, he does have a ton of screen time. He's a very important figure in the story.
He's
but
going
he's
to
not,
be nominated.
He's not the story.
And I'll tell you right now, if he will be nominated, and he'll lose to Delroy Lindo from Sinners.
Oh yeah, that's your pick right there.
Yep.
Yeah, because we'll have those on our Academy Award night show too as well.
Oh, and our fashion preview.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait.
You know what? I swear to God, we should do a red carpet show.
We are. What do you mean?
We should do an Oscars red carpet show.
We're going to. We're going to do one live on DBU.
I'm not kidding.
I'm not kidding either. It's already scheduled.
That's right. Because the great thing I'm learning about this show is like, okay, we should tell people exactly what happened. So I slept late because I was.
Yeah, is that normal for you? Because I seriously, I have you pegged as like an up early guy.
Well, on Saturdays and Sundays, I liked, unless I'm going fishing, and I only did a little yesterday by the river. So if I don't have plans, I do like to sleep in. And I was up a little later last night. Oh, and I ate. I mean, I made a huge T-bone steak and eggs. I made steak and eggs, and I made my own hash browns, like scattered, smothered, covered hash browns with onions and cheese.
This morning?
No, late last night. I did like a home, like Waffle House thing, and this was a huge T-bone steak. Covered it with A1. I made everything try to be just like Waffle House. And so I was up, just watching crappy movies and crappy college football. So I got to bed a little late, and I figured, what the hell? So yeah, I slept in, and I get up, and there's a text, and you sent me like this like worksheet of everything that happened in sports so far this week. I'm like, wow, is this just something you get up and do? You're like, no, I texted you to see if you wanted to go on and do a live DBU. Like, oh yeah, you did text me.
Yeah,
like,
I texted you at 6:58.
I'm like, okay, I could be ready in 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and I heard back from you at 9:15.
Yeah, so
okay.
I figured, what the hell? All I got to do is come downstairs.
I know. No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm wearing pants.
Check your phone.
Be up earlier. It's Sunday. I don't have to. Although we are going to be on later. So a reminder that even though we're here on Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, immediately after the Bears game, Forward Progress is going to be here, and we are going to be live breaking everything down.
Yeah, this is just a special Sunday morning live edition because I was up early and I thought, what the hell? Why not? I'll text Dan and then hear back from him 3 hours later, so we'll be good to go.
Well, I'm not going to apologize for sleeping in on a Sunday. Why shouldn't I?
How much A1 did you use?
A lot.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Because I pan-fried the steak. I bought it, and I rescued the steak from the bargain bin. It was kind of gray. And
crawling away.
That's fine, but it's perfect because it's if I'm trying to do Waffle House, I don't want too good a steak.
Right.
And I seared it perfectly in the pan. I rested it perfectly, and then you know what I had for dessert?
Murder cake.
It was something that it was something I had ice cream 2 nights ago. Okay. It was something I had in mind because of our discussion about the top 10 Raiders.
Oh, you had Twix bar?
Yes, I had an entire bag of fun-sized Twix bars.
An entire bag?
Yes.
How many are in a bag?
20.
Okay, so you had 20 little individuals.
Maybe
so
25.
What is that? That probably makes up 4 or 5 regular packages.
Maybe 6. They're like half size 1, 2. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, that's getting after it.
Well, are you judging me?
No, not at all. I'm honestly quite impressed.
I'm
not even angry.
Are you threatening me?
No, you ate the entire wheel of cheese? No, I'm not even angry. And then, so you did that last night?
Doing cornholio over the headphones.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's a tough look.
There. Now I've got it.
All right.
Well, are you threatening me?
Are you judging me? We have our screenshot for the thumbnail, so that's perfect. There we go. All right. You have to do every show. For our red carpet show, you have to wear a T-shirt like that. You need a tuxedo T-shirt and wear it like that.
I need TV for my bunghole.
Okay. All right, then.
Where I come from, we have no bunghole.
Did you have that whole bag of Twix before we went on the show here? Is that when you ate them? Okay. Have you been to sleep yet? Is that okay?
Oh, hold on. Ow.
Wow.
Ow, it caught. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. All good. All right. Are we good?
Apologize for that scene there.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
We're not doing this every Sunday, are we?
No, we're not. Today was a special Sunday morning live. That's what it was. Because again, I was up early.
Live.
I was up early and I thought, you know what? Dan will be up by 6. He's old like I am. He'll be up soon.
Well, I didn't prepare anything, so I'm completely all over the map.
It's fine. Oh, but okay. I prepared for you. That was the whole point of it. That's why I emailed you 4 sheets of stuff.
I haven't really looked at it, but thanks for doing the work.
That's fine. I looked at it for myself. So.
No, I know. It's really more about preparing it than it is using it. It's sort of like when they let you have that 3x5 card of all the formulas for your physics exam.
Yeah, it's also like cooking, too. Like when I'm cooking a big meal, I generally, if I have people over or not, I don't like eating.
I know.
Like Thanksgiving,
totally,
I barely eat. I barely eat on Thanksgiving.
It every time I will make for like one of the holidays where I'll make chicken soup. And by the time it's like, oh, I got to eat this chicken soup.
Yeah, I don't want to eat it because it's a lot of tasting as you're cooking.
And I've been breathing it like every aspect,
especially like Thanksgiving, because I make everything, all the sides, and a couple different kinds of turkey breast, and it's just like tasting everything as you're going through. When it comes time to serve, I'm like, I'm kind of full. I'm over it.
And then after everybody leaves, and I just want to eat everything at that point. That's when I get hungry.
Yeah, I'm not a good Thanksgiving Day leftover eater. Oh, I'm really not. I know I'm a very small minority. I get that.
No, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything.
Are you?
All right, I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, I gotta go. I got things
to work out, and then we're gonna get everything ready for our post game.
Yes,
and I'm gonna get my mise en place all set for the Bears game and figure out what I can throw at the wall when Ashton Genty runs wild on them.
All right, well, good luck with that. All right, guys, hey, thanks for jumping in on the live stream today here and all your comments. We do appreciate it, especially the help on The Simpsons, since I don't want
thank you.
A question. So that's it. Garrett, go do your stuff. I'm going to do my stuff. We'll see you back, Forward Progress, live once the Bears-Raiders game concludes, and that's up to us. It could be third quarter. It could be fourth quarter. It could be after overtime. It could be right when the final whistle blows. That's never know.
We decide when the game is over.
Yes.
When we're here, that means the game is over.
Dan Bernstein Unfiltered on 312 Sports.